Hello and welcome to Blythe Way Business News. Today we're joined by Steve Curtis. Steve is Chief Executive of Caledonia Mining Corporation, a well-known and regular visitor to Blythe Way Business News. You may know that Caledonia operates the Blanket Gold Mine in Zimbabwe, where they produce gold on a regular basis and pay dividends on a regular basis. Caledonia is listed on the AIM market in London, but also on the New York Stock Exchange. In London, the company's got a market capitalisation of around £155 million. Steve, welcome back to the show. Last time you were with us, you were talking about production guidance and increasing dividends. This time you're back because you've just done your third quarter results. Can you start, please, by giving us a quick overview of what the third quarter has meant for Caledonia?
Yes, thank you, Tim. Good to be with you again. Tim, we announced in a production update in early October that we'd achieved a record production of over 15,000 ounces. And that's obviously rolled into some very, very nice results. We've got revenue up about 27%, and I'm talking against third quarter of 2019. We've got gross profit up 47%. On a margin of 49%, which is really very, very nice. We've got EBITDA, which is up to about 11.2 million, 34% increase, running at a margin of 44%. And all in all, it's been a great profit cash generation quarter. Unfortunately, there's always a dark cloud if there is sunshine everywhere else. And some of our costs are higher. Our on-mine cash costs are slightly higher. And the main driving factors behind that are additional COVID-19 preventative costs, which are understood. And then a non-cash share-based payment expense for an incentive scheme we put in for some of our staff. So we're not embarrassed about that. And then we've had to use our diesel generators a little bit more than usual because of electricity issues in Zimbabwe. That cash cost increase is rolled into all-in sustaining cost. And, those are also slightly higher. But overall, good generation of profit, good generation of cash, good generation of production. And that tells us that even with COVID in the background, the mine is performing exceptionally well.
Great results, Steve. Congratulations on all the things going in the right direction. Thank you for explaining the costs increase, because I know people who look at your results with a fine-tooth comb will have spotted the cost. So thank you for taking us through that. In the results, you also mentioned that the travel and transport restrictions have been lifted, meaning that the progress, that's in Zimbabwe and South Africa, the progress on the central shaft can now resume at the planned rate, because it had been slowed down a little bit. So let's just look at the central shaft, which is this transformational piece of engineering you've done at the Blanket mine. How's it going, and what's the scheduled completion date now?
Yes, as I previously said, we've had great cooperation from the authorities in Zimbabwe and South Africa. And we've been able to restaff the staff complement on the Central Shaft project. We have lost 3 months at least on the equipping program because of lack of adequately trained staff. So at this point in time, we are 3 months behind schedule. But what that means is the equipping will still be finished in Q4, before the end of the year, before the Christmas shutdown. So that is great. And then the commissioning will start in January. We will obviously let those crews go home, and a number of the supervisory crews come from South Africa. We'll let them go home. Some of them have been there since February, and they haven't been able to travel home. So they've earned themselves a good rest. They'll go home, and we'll have a standstill period, and then we'll start commissioning in the first quarter of 2021. That initial commissioning will take a full quarter, where there will be no significant change in activities as we just get the central shaft working. And then Dana and his team with Caxton we'll start the full commissioning of that central shaft, and it'll be a very structured and a very organized program. Obviously, all the safety protocols will have to be put in place, but it will mean that we have lost some time, and because of the slowdown of the shaft, we have lost some time on some of the development that we would have done underground. But all of that will be absorbed in 2021, and our 2022 target of 80,000 ounces is still solid. And we are very proud that even with the tremendous impact of COVID, that the team has managed to keep their hands on the tiller. And we've lost some time. Our guidance, I can talk about the guidance for 2021 now. We will guide. We were looking for 75,000 ounces as part of the ramp up. We're only going to achieve somewhere between 61 and 67,000 ounces because of a slower startup in Q1 and then a more gradual ramp up during 21, knowing that towards the end of 21, we will get to the run rate that we need to achieve the 80,000 ounces for 2022, which we are still guiding and we're still completely confident about.
So that should be clear, because even without the central shaft, I mean, right now, the results you're announcing for the third quarter are still very, very impressive. So we're looking at an improvement as the central shaft actually comes on stream. Can I pin you down? When do you think the central shaft is actually going to be completed and fully operational?
Well, that I would put my money on the fact that fully operational, to be able to run at its target rate of 80,000 ounces a year, that will be in the fourth quarter of next year as we ramp up, so that we will hit the run rate required for 80,000 ounces. So when we start in January 2022, we are achieving the tonnages that we need to achieve the 80,000 ounces. So you know,
Steve, the guidance for 2021 production is looking at how many ounces?
For 2021, 61 to 67,000 ounces.
And then at the end of 2021, central shaft is finished, and therefore guidance for 2022 is how many ounces there?
80,000 ounces.
Fantastic progress, and all funded from the company's own money. You've not had to come to the market. Amazing achievement by you and your team. I want to push you for a little bit more. So central shaft's going ahead. Anything else we should be looking out for in the coming months from Caledonia?
Well, obviously there'll be another dividend announcement early in Q1 of next year, January. There'll be another dividend announcement. So on top of keeping our project going, generating that cash, Caledonia has been able to increase its dividend. During the year 2020, we've increased our dividend by 45%. We've signaled to the market that is our intention to continue. We are cash generative, and so look out for the January dividend announcement. And we're sitting at 10 cents a share at the moment per quarter, and we look forward to making an announcement to the market on that. We will obviously announce as we progress through the commissioning stage of the central shaft how things are going. It's important for the market to understand that we said we were going to do this. We have finished building the shaft this year in 2020. It's important that the market actually understands that the progress is happening. And it's a huge step that the mine is putting on the table to go from our target this year of 56 to 58,000 odd ounces. We going up to the 67, and then we're going up to the 80. Last year we only produced 55,000 ounces, and that's a big increase. We're building a new mine underneath the old mine. It's a fantastic job that the technical team has done.
Steve, as we always say, exciting times at Caledonia. I'm sure we'll all look forward to January and that next dividend announcement. So well done. Thank you for spending time with us today. That was Steve Curtis, Chief Executive of Caledonia Mining, updating on the third quarter production with some remarkable numbers coming out of the Blanket Gold Mine in Zimbabwe, updating us on progress on the Central Shaft and what that means for gold production in 2021 and 2022. As I said, Caledonia is listed in London on the AIM market and on the New York Stock Exchange. You can find them with the ticker of CMCL. That's it for now from Blythe Way Business News. Thank you for watching.